It's the new year, so let's talk about what's really hiding in the back of your refrigerator, right? Knowing when to toss food and when to freeze food, it can save you so much money, it can reduce food waste, and make healthy eating so much easier. So joining us today is registered dietitian Amy Goodson to help us clean out our refrigerator this morning and do it the smart way. Good morning to you, Amy.
Good morning.
So glad to have you here. Okay, so lots of people are looking to clean out their fridge and kick off 2026 the right way with a refresh. So first, what are the biggest red flags that tell you that food should no longer be in the refrigerator anymore?
Yes, so when you're in the fridge, we really want to figure out, what do you want to eat? What do you want to save and freeze? And girl, what's got to go?
What's gotta hit the
three
trash?
big red flags. So first one, if something has mold on it, or it's got like a sour smell, looks a little slimy, or some discoloration.
Or chunky.
Toss it, girl.
Toss it to
the Second one is going to be if you notice something that's like bulging or leaking, sometimes that can be a sign of spoilage. So if that's the case, toss it.
Gotta go.
Then if you don't remember when you cooked it or when you put it in there, gotta toss it.
Gotta go.
If you're like, when did I cook this? Nope, gotta go, gotta go.
You don't need, and you know what? Because people really do love to hang on to food from the holidays, right?
Yes.
Okay, what are we, like in the second week of January at this
girl.
point? Yeah, it's got to go, y'all. So
Got to go.
how long can food safely stay in the fridge, do you think? I know you have a little game for us.
Yeah,
We're gonna
girl,
play
we're
here
gonna
today.
play a game.
When to know when to toss it out.
We're gonna see how smart you are on this,
You
Erin.
know,
All
and she
right.
told me we were playing this, and I was like, ugh.
Okay, so
no idea.
your goal is to figure out how many days something can stay in the fridge.
Okay.
So on our sheet right here, we're talking cooked meat. What would you say? So think beef, chicken.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, if I'm thinking meal prep, people meal prep, I'm gonna say 5 days.
Yeah, close,
4?
close. So we are actually going about 3 to 4. Now,
Okay.
and this could also stay good in the freezer for 2 to 3 months. So
Oh, wow.
if you aren't, so you could also very easily put it in there. All right, what about cooked fish?
Okay.
Fish, a
Ooh,
little
this
more
is
finicky.
hard. Yeah, no, seafood. I'm gonna give it like 2 days. In the freezer, I wouldn't cook it until you ready to cook it.
All right, girl, you are right. You have got that for about 2 to 3 days.
I know,
and they can
I know my
hang out in the
seafood.
freezer for about 2 to 3 months, actually.
Okay,
so you're good, you're
that's
good.
awesome.
All right, now talking about grains. So I want you to think quinoa, pasta, rice. What about grains?
Ooh, okay. I know people do like meal trains, right? So freezer, I'm thinking
smart.
like
I like
2 to
the-
3 months,
I like
right?
the theory.
And then the refrigerator, 4 days.
All right, girl, you're good. 3 to 4
Yes!
days. And you can actually keep it for about 2 months. It could stay a little longer in the freezer. Veggies. So we've got our veggies here. What do you think about cooked veggies? So sauteed, roasted.
Oh, okay, that's hard because I know asparagus does not freeze well. I've tried multiple
tried that too.
times.
It's bad. Don't do it.
Bad
Don't do
every
it.
single
I'm
time.
gonna tell you why in a second.
Okay, yes, please do. Okay, refrigerator, I say 3 days just because they get mushy.
Yeah.
And then,
You're 3 to 5 days
But 8
and
to
can sit
10
in months in the freezer. Last one, girl, casseroles. Then we
Okay,
gotta talk a
here
few
we
more
go.
tips.
Ooh, soups, 8 to 10 months in the freezer.
All right, girl.
At
3
least
to
a week.
4 days in the fridge and a few months in the freezer.
No
few
more
months
than
in the
6
freezer.
months. Okay, tell me
All
why.
right.
Let's get back to asparagus.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Okay, so when we talk about what should be frozen and what should not, foods that do not freeze well are foods that are high in water content. So over there, you're gonna see cucumber, lettuce, watermelon, asparagus. They just don't freeze well. Other things that do not freeze well are creamy things. So dips or creamy sauces, etc. And then when it comes to texture, if it's got a texture that's important and your air fryer can't bring it back to life, don't freeze it.
Don't do it.
Foods that do freeze well, soups, stews, shredded meat, roasted veggies. You know, if your fruit's going bad, freeze that for smoothies and bread and tortillas.
yeah.
So that can all freeze really well. So these are the things that you would want to put in the freezer.
You know, I actually just learned this past Sunday, I made a blueberry loaf and I was like, gosh, how am I gonna make this last all week? And I chat GPT'd it. Turns out it can go in the freezer like
Yes.
you just said.
Yes.
Tell me how this helps, because I know a lot of people want to meal prep during the beginning of the year, but also you wanna be able to reduce food waste and you wanna go easy on the budget around
right,
this
girl.
time of year as well. Tell me
Yeah.
how all of this helps with that.
Yeah, so when you think about cooking, we want to cook once and then freeze in individual serving sizes, because that's going to save time, it's going to save money, and to your point, it's going to save just that mental energy during the week, because you can have your meals prepared and then pop them into the fridge or get them ready to heat up. So what we want to remember are a few things as you're freezing your food. So when you cook it, you freeze it, you lock in that freshness, you lock in those nutrients. 3 things to remember though. First of all, you want to have it in an airtight container.
Okay.
So airtight container.
That's
even
important.
if you're putting your frozen bananas for your smoothie in a baggie,
Freezer
get the
bag.
air out. Freezer
Yes.
bag, get the air out. Number 2, a lot of times it's better to go freezer, fridge heat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the fridge help it thaw. So you can, for some foods like beef and chicken, go from the freezer to heating, but fridge will just help it keep its consistency.
So do what you would normally do. If it wasn't cooked, you would
Bingo.
take it out and thaw it anyway. Do the same thing.
Exactly. And then finally, put the date on it. So when you put something in a freezer, write the date on the container or whatnot. A lot of them, it's really easy to do. So for everyone who's looking for these tips, girl, we got a text code.
Yes, and okay, I was just about to ask you, where can we find so much
All
more?
right, so you are going to text the word freeze
Mm-hmm.
to 878-877-6787. We have our chart with what can stay in the fridge, what can freeze, what's got to go, and then what is going to really freeze well so that you can save time, save money, save energy. Like during the week when you're busy, like if you'll freeze things in advance, pop them out, ready to go, girl. Save on takeout, save on fast food, and hopefully meet those goals for 2026.
There you go. This is the perfect way to do it. And once you hit one goal, you're right. You start hitting all those other ones in transition.
So freezing
Very
can
good.
help.
All right. Well, you guys, the number is right there. Text, and we will let you know all the tips and tricks. Well, Amy will. Amy will let you know all the tips and tricks. Thanks so much for being here this morning.